Hello everyone. So over the last few weeks, a lot of people have been asking that I help tell which car to use for each track, and so today we are going to do that. So here we go. Big drop, obviously. The Italy GTO is the fastest sports car at the minute. So basically, you want to use the Italy GTO for nearly all sports tracks, but I'll still go over them anyway. But there is obviously, I think, one or two maybe that you don't use the GTO, maybe just one, I'm not sure, but there's definitely different setups. But I will make a setup video for basically for each kind of different track, so that will come in the next day or two. So I hope that you will watch. Canyon Crossing. I like to use, well, you can either use the Krieger or the Emirates, but it seems to be the Krieger or the Emirates is being used a lot more, but the Krieger is definitely used by quite a lot of people, so it's basically what you would prefer in this track. Chiliad, I think the world record is still in the Devastate 8, but because obviously when the cars got nerfed, it's a little hard to tell. But I still think the Devastate 8 is the car to use here. But if you would rather consistency, like in a race, like a lot of people would use the Krieger. So yeah, so yeah, like I say, it's just straight up Italy GTO, it's beast car, double loop. I'm pretty sure, like this track I struggle with, I just don't go near because there's a few glitches and stuff that I don't really like on this track, so I just don't really go near, but I'm pretty sure that the Krieger or the Emirates again is the top two cars for this track. Downtown Loop, like I said again, basically any track that's like this Emirates is basically Krieger as well. So like this one, the Krieger is a very, very strong contender. It's just basically what you would rather drive. So Duel, okay. So right. So the fastest car here is probably the Clique, and that is like, yeah, that is definitely the fastest car. But like people use the GTX and stuff. Like for in races, it seems to be a little more consistent. So, like in races, maybe like a GTX would be okay. Just whatever you prefer. So, East Coast, I would definitely say this is an Emirates track, 100% Emirates. Like I don't ever see Kriegers here. I don't think. Um, Gauntlet, yeah. So this is definitely Devastate 8 track. I have a tutorial out on Gauntlet, so you should definitely check that out. Green Machine is I have another tutorial on it as well. Like I said, it's just Devastate 8 track again. H200, just Italy GTO, like I say, sports. So in the city again, Italy GTO, just very fast car, very nice. This one, okay, this right, this one's a bit of a trick. So this is not one of my strongest tracks, but the world record was just recently broke with an Emirates, so everybody was quite surprised at that. So I quite often see a lot more Kriegers than I do Emirates here, but a Devastate 8 I heard is definitely still able to get the world record, but it's a lot harder to get it. So it's just basically whatever car you can get the fastest the most for a race, use it. But if you're hot lapping, maybe the Emirates or the Devastate 8 is the way to go. Maze Bank is just Italy GTO again. Paris. A lot of people use Emirates here, but like I haven't been able to beat my personal best lap yet with the Emirates. Like I have a 148 with the Krieger. I haven't been able to beat it yet, but I'm working on my last tube and my first tube, so I can't really have too much of a comment on Paris. But Plummet 1 is definitely a Krieger track. The brake boost is unbelievable. Same with Plummet 2 is definitely Krieger. recently is Italy GTO. Definitely pick the Italy there. Rally, okay, so this is sports track, but you would definitely pick the SE Sport in this one. I think it's called SE Sport, but it's obviously not the little one or the arena more. It's the sport version. So Ratton is definitely an Emirates track. Yeah, 100% Emirates. Spinner is Devastate 8. Because obviously the tubes is more of a tube track, so that's the same with Gauntlet and Green Machines. Because there's a lot more tubes, like the Devastate 8 has more tube speed than any other of the cars. You would pick the Emirates in a lot of other tracks because its turning is a little better than the Krieger, but it has a little bit more speed. I think, yeah, it's a little quicker on the acceleration and stuff. So, like I say, I'm not long back, so I'm still practicing a lot with these cars. So, a split, well, I haven't really raced any other car other than the Broiso, I believe it's called, or just the one that's in the picture. Anyway, it's just that car. It seems it's always been that car for this track. Always, it's never ever changed. So. Trench 2 is another click track, so it's definitely the fastest here, but the Dominator, Pisswasser, it's still good here, it's still very good here, so whatever you would prefer. The Spooky is definitely Emirates track, 100% Emirates. It's really good in this track, if you don't break, of course. Wall climb, definitely Emirates again. Very good at turning, very good at tube boost. The Krieger's just not quite good at turning as good as the Emirates, so this is why we would pick the Emirates here. Zebra, like I said, it's a Tally G2, there's not really much. Yeah, it's definitely the fastest. The Tally G2 has insane speed, so. But yeah, that's basically it. So let's just go over the reasons why, sort of one more time between the Devastate 8 and the Emirates and stuff. So the likes of East Coast, East Coast, Piraeus, etc. They all have quite a lot of tubes and a lot of sharp turns. So because of the amount of sharp turns, it would take away the point of using the Krieger because the Krieger's a little slower on the turns, even though it's a little faster acceleration. But like I say, on Piraeus, it's definitely a close battle with the Krieger and the Emirates, but East Coast and because of the wall rides and that kind of stuff, there's not really, you can avoid everything, but I'm not sure if people has tried the Krieger, but it just seems the Emirates is a lot nicer. The body shape of the cars lets the wall ride be completed a little easier. Chiliad is hard because obviously all three cars have their different own perks, but I haven't really hot lapped this one, but the Devastate 8 has good road speed as well as good tube speed, but it's because the turning and obviously the traction is terrible, so there's not that much, the amount of turns and stuff is just terrible, but it can still, if you're able to control it and turn it very well, you can definitely get close, if not world record, so. But yeah, anyway, guys, I hope this has helped, and I really hope to see a few PBs in time to come with maybe the cars that I have maybe helped you with, hopefully. But again, thank you so much, and I hope everybody gets their PBs, and I shall see you for the next video. It will be the car setups and stuff like that. Maybe for each track, I don't know, I'll maybe go for each tracks and see which one has a certain setup just for that track. So anyway, thank you, and I will see you.